Warrior. Today we are going to talk about peptides. Now, before you change the channel, as I might say, first we're going to subscribe to Lynn's Warriors. We are going to hit the like button for this video. We are going to share these videos because I am plowing through trying to get information out to you that I don't think you're hearing on many other outlets. And it's all regarding being a warrior to keep your kids safe, to keep your family safe. So what's a peptide? A peptide is one strong. Now I'm talking about peptides because I started or talked about the alarming peptide craze that kids, especially teens online, our young people, are buying these peptides online. Now we know buying anything online that is supposed to be a vitamin, a supplement, a drug, no way, you cannot trust the source. Yet still, we have so many kids and all people doing this. And there seems to be right now, especially being pushed by influencers, Craze. And I want to tell you, why these groups are pushing it. Well, besides the obvious reason they probably get paid to do it, but a lot of fitness personalities, and you know and I know when it comes to losing weight or being in shape, people tend to take what they deem is the fast fix, right? Such as all these different injections we have today, like Ozempic to lose weight, things, in my day, it was warrior. Today, counter, but who are you actually buying these peptides from? And there's also something today called biohackers, another term for, like, I guess, influencers, getting, again, the attention of our kids. Remember, our kids are mostly online these days, up to 9 hours a day, and that is why they're seeing all this content being forced at them. But there's a new investigation, and this is what caught my eye, that money from United States online peptide sales has been traced. Now, this warrior today associated with fentanyl precursors. Precursors could be mixed together. That's why it's shipped in parts, to the United States. Or these precursors, some of these drugs that make up part of the fentanyl, are put into marijuana and oxy and Percocet. Again, they're called precursors. In other words, some of these consumers are chasing the latest wellness trend we just talked about, especially our kids, and may unknowingly, I'm pretty sure unknowingly, sending money into supply networks connected to chemicals used in deadly fentanyl, okay, and synthetic opioids. So the reporting also found the evidence of underage users seeking ways to bypass checks to access this largely unregulated marketplace. Now, what does that all mean? It means kids. Kids are buying things online, okay? So we have the FDA, Federal Drug Administration, repeatedly warning about unapproved drugs sold online, noting, they note, well, it may not be the same drug. It may not have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality by our FDA oversight, yet it's escalating with kids, young people buying things online. So this is a warrior's PSA. When I talk about fentanyl precursors, your alarm should go off. You've got to talk to your kids. Young people should never inject, consume any kind of mystery substances purchased through social media or encrypted messages. That's the other thing. They're getting our kids, go into the DMs. So as an example, your 15-year-old may be gaming, right? Lots of boys especially are gaming. And they think they're playing with another friend, quote unquote, online. And after a day or two, they think they know this person. They actually call them a friend, even though they never met them. They don't really know their identity, their age. That friend will say, this goes on not only in gaming, a lot of the platforms, let's go to the DM and talk more, direct messaging, okay? And that's where, a slick predator, influencer, I'm going to say, can get your child's attention. And because that child mentally thinks this is my friend and they're trusted, and they kind of bully into, oh, you can trust me, dude, that kind of talk. The kids are just falling for it. So it's our duty as the adults to be the mentors and tell them about all of this. But you've got to really double down on it, because a lot of these warrior today, drugstore sites, they look like a professional pharmacy online. They look like a professional, competition to our chain drugstores we have. Everything's very glossy, nice. But, it's being run out of somebody's garage, being run out of one of these Chinese warehouses, especially. And if I didn't know better, I'd say China is trying to do away with America. Think about that for a minute, because most of the fentanyl comes from there, the fentanyl precursors, the ingredients for all of that, channeled up through Mexico, the cartels into America. And we have to address this. So now we have this new trend of online influencers pushing it, biohackers, I guess the new ones, the fitness craze, and how you can hack. Do you ever see these hacking videos? Hacks, how to clean your closet, hacks, how to do things better in the bathroom, hacks. It's become this kind of shorthand for trending, I guess, something to that effect. But you cannot, because we also, at the bottom of this, my daughter thought she was buying an Oxy, or a friend uses this site, or a friend bought it on the site and gave half a pill. And these children are no longer with us. These are true stories. We're not talking about statistics here. We're talking about actual children, human beings, teens, okay? So children before algorithms, please, because the algorithms will feed this content. Your child may not be looking for anything about the peptide craze or the biohacking, how to get a strong body, or how to, beat out everybody else at the gym. But because the algorithms feed this content in order to keep our kids online, to keep those eyeballs online, which gain more advertisers, okay, they will feed this content to our kids. So it's always children before algorithms and profit. We know from big tech, no regulation. It's always profit over people. That's what history has shown us. They don't do the right thing morally, not interested, and until their feet are held to the fire, they will not do it. So talk to your kids, tell them, understand what they are buying, know who's selling it, know where the money is going. And if you discuss all of that, I bet you anything, 99.9% of kids and our young people would not get involved. But if you tell them one thing, tell them this is fentanyl precursors, those chemicals that mostly unalive people. This is a Warriors PSA, public service announcement. When I hear something, I want to share it with you, because our motto is, our hashtag motto is community creates change. Peptides can be deadly. Join us. And when you go out each and every day, well, remember lynswarriors.org, but get up each and every day. America is still a great country. We have a lot of opportunity. We have a lot more freedoms than other places. But get up and go out and be a warrior.